Hello everyone. Good evening. I hope you guys doing very well. So this is day number 4. We are not we are. I am hosting uh, self talk um, episode. There I try to bring some instinctual or another word, some philosophical aspect, thoughts that daily I can feel, like even when in the silent mood, I can hear my inner voice and signal what's going on my mind. So these are the things that the brand, personal branding, philosophy, business, and communication. So the core motive is here to share my inner voice and signal. That's something that I haven't explored and discovered. I am talking about the core theme of this talk, but I am assuming there is something. I am anticipating there is something available, but yet I am not clear. But that is still there, and I know that it happens for every creators, founders, when especially you are at the very first stage, beginning of your uh, self path journey. Maybe you are thinking uh, your a new idea you are going to apply in a business, thinking about to start a company, uh, a side project, or it can be like a totally different thoughts. But at this moment you try to like keep finding the sources, you try to experiment if the similar cases that somebody has started. But of course, if you do keep continue searching, there will find that someone is already doing that particular interest. But it is okay that you don't find anyone, but it's still that you are assuming, you are making a sense that there is something possibility. But as a beginner, uh, or the very early stage, uh, you can't see the whole picture, the bigger picture. So at that moment, what you can actually take, uh, this is not you doubt. Maybe you are uh, thinking about yourself that this is unreal. There is uh, no connection in reality. But if you look at the history and if you look at the pattern, right? Some of the prediction made by the human, right? So they first, uh, very first time, beginning of this uh, problem or questions they made, and the concept behind they wanted to uh, share, it was like an assumption. So there is nothing wrong, but it is important that when you make assumptions to the world, how uh, your uh, confidence and conviction that you have when you speak, right? So every idea and every thoughts you are experimenting yourself, and you assuming that when you deliver, for example, you can take an example, your voice when you were like delivering it, you assume that this is going to be the your best uh, talk. So I'm not sure that you guys can relate on this. uh, for me this is like a little confusion as well, since this title says everything. It is like an self-talk episode there. I will be assuming myself how far I made progress myself as I am speaking over the past 2 years. And sometimes I feel like so much doubt myself, and I try to validate myself how expert I became in this industry of personal brand, self development, communication, right? And essentially in business. So, yeah, as this space is, let's say, that I found, especially the social media, I have been pretty much uh, struggling uh, when it comes to turning my interest, uh, the energy I am putting as a beginner, and I try to share my own experience and try to share a lead with the value, so you can learn, not in terms of that the idea I am sharing with you, but the voice I am sharing, the emotion I am sensing to you, that it gives an authentic feeling and the authenticity. So the progress we want to calculate uh, as a human, you know that this is like an intrinsic value, right? You cannot measure the progress by any like reference. I'm not sure that if I am not correct, please uh, suggest me any better statement. But what I do feel, this is instinctual and very 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 intrinsic, right? So you cannot measure by any external reference. This is something that the spirit, right, and the soul is combined. So it you can only measure the satisfactory uh, label, that in this present moment how you actually satisfied what you are trying to say, or what you are trying to present. For me it is like expressing my voice, right? So the whole concept is that it is a personal brand exploration, the discovery, how I would begin questioning myself, how I will start speaking in order to develop or find my inner voice. Because these are some root cause and the signal you will find when it comes to share your voice to the world, and people would resonate, and people would find the connection, the voice with your heart and the mind that is uh, totally pure. So that sense it creates trust. So the whole thing is that building personal brand, it is a channel and a vessel. uh, there you actually attract the people. uh, this is something that you hold, you act like a magnet, right? Because when you step yourself uh, through this journey of purification, it's really really slow, and the progress you will find very difficult, right? But this is how you actually burn yourself and get through uh, many challenges and sufferings. uh, it comes from so many uh, uncomfortable thing when you try, right? So choosing yourself, uh, when you decide to lead with your voice and personal brand, and you want to develop your voice in a sense that act like a magnet, right? So you have to uh, go a phase, and you will realize that 80% of your time you have invested in assumption. That is nothing is wrong, right? Assumption means that you take space from the external world, and you take time for yourself. It can be uh, say uh, the better word would be when you go in all silence. It doesn't mean that you are your assumption or your ideas and your thoughts it's not working, but it is something that you are preparing yourself, right? So the it is very transformative, right? So more you patience, more you resilient yourself and empathize your journey, you will find more clarity. And above all this comes when you keep taking action. Without that, you will remain that invisible part. So for me, I found myself so many times the setbacks and the the frustration, fear, doubts, but I keep assuming myself, I keep believing in myself that the stage of I am uh, I feel like this is challenging. There are so many people out there, creator founders, they have also the similar challenges they have gone through, right? But someone is like speaking up, and maybe some people are not talking about this thing, because the problem you think right now it is important for you, it perhaps it might not important for some other people. For me it is, uh, there are some reasons that I have found to speak with my share my voice and encourage other people, especially the founders, creators, uh, introverts, individuals, share their voice. Since my development, my voice is under development phase, but this is how I feel more liberating. I can share, I can understand the other people. Uh, he can't claim his uh, position or what he deserves, in a sense that he can communicate to the world, so he can invite uh, more people and transform more other many people, so add value, and essentially he gets benefited by helping other. So the personal brand is something that there is some pain you have, and you don't want to see that some people should face the same problems, and you share your whole journey and the struggles behind, and people find too that there is someone, uh, don't find any kind of guilty to talk about their challenges. It shows the vulnerability as well, and vulnerability is not weakness, right? But you have to target the right people, so people can relate to your journey, right? So you cannot expect that everyone, when you share your ideas or create a space for somebody, and you shows vulnerability, you share your stories, the downside of your story, and people try to mock you. So you have to guard your vulnerability and the positivity. So yeah, I think I am elaborating in a such angle. I'm not here to like explaining or suppose you are telling you that you should act like such way. So everyone has their internal dialogue. When you develop your interpersonal skill, so you will view your ideas as you assume, right? And the way you uh, understand, which is correlated with how you have developed your philosophical view. So the philosophical view more you develop, it will be more helpful for you, that people will find that the unique uh, thought leader or unique person in the room, right? So it is not about like convincing people that you should act like some other people and some other creators, right? You are not imitating anyone's voice, right? So for it is like an beginning stage, you can just uh, explore, you can just experiment, give room, and just keep trying that what you really want to speak. So yeah, I know that you will find some valuable uh, actions there. So the point is here that more people, more founders, more creators should speak with their voice. You should not like share in like, yes, scripted version and some other editing that works, polishing things. But in the age of AI, if you like still like considering yourself to share your story, to tell your story by using the AI, it won't, I would not say that it won't work, but I would say that it never going to like connect with your audience, right? The connection build the trust, and we share values there. We uh, you know we invest in there where there is we find trust, right? And we find connection. So that reason, so you just need to even the trust. Let me elaborate on this uh, trust perspective a little bit of more. So the trust is something you cannot buy, right? So you only uh, build trust by uh, like effort, right? And when you give, first of all, the first thing first, that when you not expecting anything, but you just try to give people and what you have. And people, on the other hand, the people, he will find that you are genuinely care him. So this is rare, right? So this is, we are living in highly commercial world, right? We try to uh, every value, we want to make any deal by exchange of money, right? So the personal brand, it is, yes, it is designed to build business, attract money and wealth, but it is something that you do for the satisfaction of your soul. And in a broad sense, you know that what you are going to attract in the long run, in the future, right? But the starting point, it is totally pure, right? And it is totally honest, right? Honest. So yeah, I think I have covered what I understand about the assumption and the idea. And when you keep doing actions, in a nutshell, I can say that you will find there is will, there is a way, right? Assuming things mean that you are increasing your imagination and you are bringing something new to the world, and the way that you are going to solve that problem, that is like a rare approach. So do not neglect that. When you do assuming and you try to keep your think yourself, you are doubting, and what might people would think this, so this is wrong. So I want to like anyway, I want to like little share about the progress we have made so far in the journey of like fourth consecutive episode of self talk. So I can see, I'm so proud that first video I have got like more than 300 people have listened, and that was so fantastic for me. And second of all, that I'm not sure that you guys are finding any kind of, any sort of value. I'm trying to host regularly this self talk session. Of course that you guys have peoples and the followers, the purpose is to build a community that you uh, can openly share your voice and the idea and what you are doing, your daily day-to-day life, the thoughts, so that you can become better version of yourself, and you can attract more of your ideal people through your voice, right? So as you also suggest me, that I'm also thinking about that, I'm just talking about little bit of my setup and the current setting of my uh, workshop, right? Workspace, and the tools that I do really use. So I am using my laptop web camera, so I can see there are so high exposures and lightening area, and I'm thinking about that how I can invest more on this live streaming purpose. So I would love to get some suggestions that any kind of web camera, and how I can improve this video quality and the setup as well. I don't have any idea, but I've also like experimented. I have a like very limited budget on this, but the main purpose is here is to like share my voice, and just if you can just see me clearly, that's enough for me. My goal is that. So but it's matter now that the Facebook algorithm, that they find something to share other people when they see, when you maintain the quality. I don't know, but if you know about this Facebook algorithm things, and how can get more rich, so people, and we can get connected with many friends, right? I don't have any idea, but I don't have any expectation for this, because I want to maintain uh, what I really want to share. And if I can see that only one person can uh, take the benefits from this podcast, or somebody get inspired to share his voice, and through that voice, if somebody take a courage to build his identity around his voice, that will be the most satisfactory uh, fact for me. Right? So thank you so much for joining in and supporting me. And almost we have half an hour we have like talked this session almost. So if you guys have any questions, you can comment. If you want to take my personal brand, or any kind of clarity, you are thinking about your startup, or you are trying to find a collaborator in terms of building your brand, I would love to like chat with you, and how you can actually philosophically uh, draw or shape your brand, the identity and the story that actually reflect your voice and personality and some sort of stuff. So without like begging attention, how you like align with your masses, align with your story, so that can actually act like a magnet, and you attract lead in like natural way. So this is the purpose of like building brands, so people would love to like I just got remember few more ideas about the brand building, how you will get benefits on building brand. So think about that as legendary like entrepreneur Steve Jobs. So how he has built the Apple, the core motivation behind, and it was like, and not to sell the products, but it is also like driving, understanding the human, changing the human behavior through his belief, right? So there are so many philosophical the psychedelics part he has gone through. So I'm just a little bit of researching about that part as well. So as a like an like I would not say that I'm an expert and I'm a coach, I'm a go guide, right, and a mentor, but I would like to genuinely share what I am, I like to learn. But yeah, that's all I can say right now. So I will be like bringing more ideas, what I do think day by day to day, right? So I will try to like dissect all the things and summarize in a way, in order to develop my uh, ability to communicate with my audience and build trust and give you idea, build your personal brand, so you can also build the same way your own path. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.